Protection.
Well, when you said authoritarian, what is he doing, which is accumulating all power to himself?
So he's trying to centralize power in the executive branch of the government and specifically in the presidential part of the government, of the executive branch.
How?
Oh my gosh, guys. Today's video is so good because woke streamer Destiny gets ambushed by one of my favorite content creators ever, Andrew Wilson. Love him and his wife, personal friends. And oh my gosh, Destiny gets so embarrassed. You have to watch the entire video to see. I mean, it's the classic how Democrats keep calling Trump a fascist, but they can't really define what a fascist means. And I don't think anyone has called out one of these woke liberal gay guys on this fascist definition better than Andrew Wilson ever. You'll see exactly what I mean. Make sure you watch the whole video. By the way, like today's video, subscribe. I post 2 new videos every single day. And for the algorithm, comment an orange heart because YouTube likes to censor people that's like me that speak the truth. And I'll shut my mouth and let's get into it because that's what you're here for, right?
Destiny, can you define fascism?
I would say that
sorry to pause it already, but I love how Andrew just dives right into it. He's not wasting a single second because they're actually on a timer for 20 minutes. So let's see.
2 big points for fascism would be ultranationalism and authoritarianism.
Okay, what is authoritarianism?
I would say that authoritarianism is trying to centralize as much power in like a structural sense into one part of the government. And then in a broader sense, it usually means undermining a bunch of liberal values that you would find, like, say, in the first.
So then how is it that every part of the government which accrues more and more power to itself every single year aren't a bunch of fascists?
Because the government gaining power doesn't necessarily make it fascist. You could say there might be governmental overreach.
I'm still not even sure. What is fascist here, Destiny? What is fascist?
I said,
so Giovanni Gentili, we have definitions of what fascism is. We have third partyists who are out there right now who are fascist. They claim Trump is a populist. Can you tell me why they're wrong and why you're right that he's a fascist?
Well, I would have to know their exact reasons for why they reject Trump being a fascist, but I would say that Trump is a fascist because I think he's an ultranationalist.
But Destiny, what are your reasons that Trump is a fascist? Please explain, please.
Your claims. These are your claims.
I'm not claiming anything that those people said. I've given you my definition for fascist. I gave the 2 parts. I can explain them more if you want.
So let's start with ultra-authoritarian.
Well, I said ultranationalist and authoritarian.
What is ultranationalism?
So I think ultranationalism is when you engage in a hardcore protectionist.
You notice how Destiny always talks really fast, but when he actually doesn't know how to respond, he starts talking real slowly because he's like, oh crap, I'm being called out on my BS. Oh, come up with an answer, please. He's spurging out live.
Ideology that usually involves shutting yourself out from the rest of the world. That could be in forms of international affairs like military conflicts, and it could be in the forms of ultra-protectionist in terms of trade and shutting down things like immigration in order to protect your own native peoples. So, oftentimes there's a heavily racialized element, but it might not have to be.
Okay, well, Donald Trump, you're not saying has a heavy racialized element, are you?
I'm ambivalent. I don't really care that much. I think that he qualifies.
Yes or no? We didn't. Andrew didn't ask, bitch, if you cared. He asked yes or no.
I think that he qualifies or satisfies the term without that. But
the funny thing here, guys, is that we all know that if it wasn't Andrew Wilson literally sitting in front of Destiny right now, Destiny would obviously say that Trump is a fascist. It's because he knows that he's in front of someone that's really knows his facts, that's not part of the BS, then we'll call him out. So he's now kind of retreating, putting his little cuck tail between his legs, if you know, comment cuck if you know, putting his little tail between his legs and retreating on what he's said in the past. Wow, it's only because you'll be called out. You'll be made a fool. You met your match, and he's better than you, Destiny. And the thing to remember here, guys, is the fact that the left is constantly calling everyone a fascist, it makes the word utterly meaningless now. It's just like, oh, you're a racist, you're a sexist, you're a homophobe. When they use those insults against everyone, why would we ever take them seriously? It's like the boy who cried wolf, the lib who cried wolf. Yeah, right. Anyways, let's get back to see Destiny, like what he will say to Andrew if he can even make a point at all, and I don't think he can.
And has some type of policies which benefit the United States over all other nations. Is he a fascist?
No.
Well, I'm still confused as to what makes Trump a fascist.
That's because I had 2 parts of that, and you missed the authoritarian one. What you described there before was just like protection.
Well, when you said authoritarian, what is he doing, which is accumulating all power to himself?
So he's trying to centralize power in the executive branch of the government and specifically in the presidential part of the government, of the executive branch.
How?
I just love how Andrew Wilson is just like, how? He kind of reminds me, like, when toddlers and like young children start being able to talk, they always are like, why? Well, why? You'll see Andrew Wilson kind of do that, and I'm not like trying to say Andrew Wilson's like a toddler. I'm just saying he is not letting Destiny get around answering what he actually means. And I love it. I am here for it.
How Donald Trump thinks that he should be able to unilaterally make decisions up and down all of the different departments and offices that exist in the executive branch.
Presidents use executive orders all the time.
Yeah, like what is Destiny talking about? That's part of executive power. It doesn't mean Trump's a fascist. It's literally part of his power.
Presidents unilaterally make decisions all the time.
No, they don't?
Yes, they do.
No,
they do. They use executive orders all the time.
An executive order doesn't mean that you are taking power away from the departments and offices that have been created.
Right. So where's the fascism here?
Would you like me to give you specific
Yes,
examples?
give me the specific
Yeah, can you for once, Destiny, please?
example.
Sure. So when Donald Trump didn't like the answer that he was getting from his attorney general because he was trying to direct the Department of Justice to do investigations or to fabricate claims, that would be an example of trying to centralize power that's supposed to have some level of independence, that's tasked with doing investigations.
Let me ask you a question. Is the President of the United States the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the United States?
I believe so.
You believe so?
Unless something's changed.
Do they
recently,
have
yeah.
do they have control of the entire military apparatus essentially as the
As
Commander-in-Chief?
the commander-in-chief, yes.
Yeah. Is that fascist?
No.
So they have basically almost unilateral control by your own metrics of the most mighty military on planet Earth. That's not accumulating enough power, centralized control to one person. It's the fact that he tried to slay some fucking electors. Really?
So the president being the commander-in-chief is specifically laid out in the Constitution. Protection.
Well, when you said authoritarian, what is he doing, which is accumulating all power to himself?
So he's trying to centralize power in the executive branch of the government and specifically in the presidential part of the government, of the executive branch.
How?
You see what I mean here when Andrew Wilson's like, how? Why? What do you mean? Can you explain? But he can't. It's funny, and I'm happy that Andrew Wilson doesn't let Destiny get by on a single stupid claim. Praise God.
It's an authority granted to him. I don't know what's fascist about
Well,
that.
because you said it's ultra power. It's this idea of having,
didn't say anything about
central
the
power.
military.
If you have the central
I
power,
didn't never bring that up for him. But
if you have the central power
Yeah.
of the most mighty military on planet Earth and the codes to the largest nuclear armament on planet Earth, you already have all of the central power, bro.
Really,
Yeah.
how do the nuclear codes help you
Yeah.
direct your Department of Justice?
Okay, I'm sorry. Is he the Commander-in-Chief of the United States Armed Forces?
Are you just arguing that he's the commander? I already agree with you. I don't know why you keep arguing.
What I'm
this.
arguing to you is
I'm asking you, how does the commander-in-chief use the military
to ask
to
me?
make?
It's your claim.
Well, I can ask whatever you want,
about your claim,
So
and your claim is
how does that make
he's
him
a
control the
fascist.
DOJ? How does the military help him control the
So
DOJ?
back up. That is the most powerful position I can think of for you to be in. Period. How can
That's
you
a powerful
accumulate-
position.
What
That's a
more,
powerful-
What more accumulation of power would you want for a fascist dictator?
Gotcha. Okay, so that's powerful in that you controlled the military. That's it. That's just control of the military.
Yeah.
For the FBI coming to your house to
Oh yeah, because controlling the military is so not a powerful position to have whatsoever. Bitch, what?
arrest you, for the DOJ filing charges
said the
against
military
you,
to
for
do
the
it.
EPA. No, the president doesn't do that.
He
I don't know
could.
if no, I
He's
don't believe
the
that he can. I don't believe you can. I don't think that you can deploy the
can't-
military to arbitrarily arrest
Why?
U.S.
Why?
citizens.
Gosh, guys, I mean, I'm so happy that Andrew Wilson presses Destiny on this, because if Trump was actually a fascist, he probably would be doing those things. He probably would be employing the military against his own people all the time, right? But he didn't, whatever. Destiny, read the news, and not, you know what? I wish I could say that, but Destiny probably reads what he wants to read, and a lot of the news is going to confirm whatever he wants, because the mainstream media is against us. It's against the truth, and it's going to say that Trump's a fascist. So someone dumb like Destiny will probably believe it. Anyways, hope you enjoyed today's video. It's a good one. I think my next video is Destiny versus Gavin McInnes, which is they get into a crazy debate, and it's very personal, and that one's even crazier. So make sure you subscribe. Comment an orange heart if you made it to the end. I always read all the comments. I respond to the comments. Look at that for the proof I do in past videos. Thank you guys so much, by the way. The majority of people that watch my videos are not subscribing. Guys, get it together. See you in the next one. Bye.